Shalom Aleichem Rabotai, Shalom Aleichem, Be'ezrat Hashem, in the merit of Rabbi Pinto, in the merit of Baba Saleh, in the merit of my grandfather Rabbi Moshe Pinto, and all the tzaddikim, may HaKadosh Baruch Hu Be'ezrat Hashem give everyone big bracha v'atzlacha, b'kol ma'asadem, b'siyata d'shmaya gdola. May HaKadosh Baruch Hu Be'ezrat Hashem open up the gates of tefillot, the gates of Torah, the gates of teshuvah, the gates of success, the gates of refuah, and may HaKadosh Baruch Hu Be'ezrat Hashem, in the merit of all the tzaddikim, in the merit of my ancestors, protect each and every one of you and your family members. And Be'ezrat Hashem will bring us to a place of a complete redemption. Amen. Amen. Today, I would like to speak about what is going on in the world and the situation that we are all dealing with. And really, why is it that HaKadosh Baruch Hu put us in this situation? So I always say that, unfortunately, we have a tendency, as people, to not learn from the beauty and from the gift that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives us. That I always do sometimes when we sit down on holidays, or in smachot, in a wedding, in a bar mitzvah, and everybody is singing, everyone is dancing, everyone's be'achdut, everyone's besimcha, and all the person's problems goes away, and there's music, and there's shechina, and a person simply leaves his body and goes into a place of complete shefa and simcha. We taste it, we feel how good it is, but unfortunately, we don't learn from that and we don't change ourselves in order to bring upon ourselves that happiness and that shefa and that achdut and that unity throughout our lives. That we tell Rabotai to enjoy such an amazing time, putting all the politics aside, putting all the thoughts that one has on the other aside, and just dancing and singing together. We leave those events and we go back to regular day-to-day lives with completely forgetting that feeling of unity that we had and that happy event, and that feeling of unity or happiness or shechina or kedusha from the good that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives us. And we tend to go back to our day-to-day lives. So unfortunately, Rabotai, when HaKadosh Baruch Hu put us in these places of happiness and of blessing, and He wants to bring us back to a place where we will love one another, we will respect one another, where we will work towards building ourselves, work towards repairing what we're supposed to repair. When that doesn't work, when the good doesn't work, HaKadosh Baruch Hu needs to wake us up in another way. And unfortunately, the other way of putting us in the corner tends to get us to wake up. And Be'ezrat Hashem, next week we're going to start doing a few shurim on this concept of, I believe that right now what is going on in the world is what we call Chavle Mashiach. It's simply Chavle Mashiach. There's no other words to explain but Chavle Mashiach. The preparation for the Geulah, HaKadosh Baruch Hu's way of cleaning some things in the world, HaKadosh Baruch Hu's way of putting things in order. That Be'ezrat Hashem we will speak about in the weeks to come. But I would like also to explain to everyone that all that is happening now in the world, Rabotai, to a certain level, it is good. It is good. It comes to the world in order, Rabotai, to bring us back to our place, to understand that in the end of the day, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the one that has control. Rabotai, now we see people that have level of Baruch Hashem, of bracha, and of power, and of control, very high level. And right now, they're not able to do anything. Right now, they're in the exact same situation as everybody else. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Rabotai, is putting us back in our place for us to understand that Parasha, food, money doesn't matter anymore, it's food. Food comes from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Protection comes from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Health, there's no cure. The refuah comes only from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So what is happening now, Rabotai, is really putting us back in our place in order for us to understand that En Od Milevado. There's one HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu controls everything. If we want to move left or right, we can try. This is amazing. We thought we could. We thought we were able to control. We thought we were able to be independent. We thought we were able to, according to what we have, we will be able to put ourselves in a certain position. Nothing matters anymore, Rabotai. Today, it's only Emunah. It's only the faith we have for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And that is what, Rabotai, we only to work on, Be'ezrat Hashem. Today, this Shabbat, Parashat Vayakhel. Rabotai, HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't do anything for no reason. The fact that we are all gathering, Be'ezrat Hashem, this Shabbat, the first Shabbat, where everything is being locked, Eretz Israel is locked, like what the Nevi'im say, that at the time of the Geulah, Yerushalayim will be closed, the gates of Yerushalayim will be sealed. Yerushalayim is closed, Eretz Israel is closed, America is closed, Los Angeles is closed, everything is closed. But it's not stam that the first days of this lockdown turns out to be Shabbat, but not just any Shabbat, Parashat Vayakhel. Which, as we know, Rabotai, Parashat Vayakel is what? Parashat Vayakel is HaKadosh Baruch Hu telling Moshe Rabbeinu to gather all Bnei Israel, to bring them together. Now, you know, Rabotai, like what we say, maybe it's not bringing us together in the shul, but it's bringing us together in our homes. Where at the end of the day, that's what matters, Rabotai, the most. How one treats his family, how one treats his wife, how one treats his kids, that's what's important. This Parasha, Rabotai, HaKadosh Baruch Hu gathers all Bnei Israel in order to teach Bnei Israel the importance of keeping Shabbat. And in the Torah, Rabotai, it says black on white, if you keep the Shabbat will keep you, and chas v'shalom, no harm, no death will come upon a person. Rabotai, this is black on white psukim that you can read in the Torah of this Parasha. Rabotai, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is giving all of us the opportunity to keep Shabbat with no excuse. There is no excuse, Rabotai, for any person, any situation. If HaKadosh Baruch Hu put us in a situation that we will all be in our home, we will all be with our family, we will all be together on Shabbat, Parashat Vayakel, Rabotai, we need to wake up. So Rabotai, this week, Be'ezrat Hashem, it's Shabbat. We encourage, Rabotai, every single person to take upon themselves a complete Shabbat. Those who are not able to do a complete Shabbat, then do half a Shabbat, do a quarter of a Shabbat. If you see that you do Shabbat, but you do a few mistakes, keep the Shabbat better. If you can lengthen your Shabbat by another hour, Rabotai, do so. A person that keeps Shabbat, if you read the first 4 psukim in this week's Parasha, it says that Shabbat will protect him and no death and no harm will come upon that person. And there's so many stories and there's so many Zohar, there's so many secrets I can bring from the Zohar Kadosh and from the Kabbalah of why Shabbat brings a person life and why Shabbat brings a person long life and protects a person. Rabotai, there's no time for that. We're Erev Shabbat now. Now, Rabotai, we all, Be'ezrat Hashem, need to take upon ourselves the Shabbat, but do so, Rabotai, with complete unity and with complete Ahava and Simcha and Kedusha. Now, Rabotai, we're reading this week's Parasha, 2 psukim, 2 parashot. One Parasha, Parashat Vayakel, bringing Bnei Israel together. Second Parasha is Pikudei, Ele Pikudei Mishkan. What is Pikudei? The building of the Mishkan. That's the entire parasha of building the Mishkan. There's a beautiful chidush that I saw where it says something amazing. It says, why did HaKadosh Baruch Hu brought the parasha of gathering before the parasha of building the Mishkan? To teach us something big. To teach us what? To teach us that before Bet HaMikdash, before the Mishkan could be built, what needs to happen is what? Vayakel. Gathering together, gathering in our homes, strengthening our emunah, strengthening our faith in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Today, Rabotai, we can't hold anything. We can hold only our emunah. So, Be'ezrat Hashem, Rabotai, I want everyone to enter this Shabbat with a fire of happiness, with a fire of achdut that didn't exist, if not in the last few weeks, not in a few months, in your entire life. Rabotai, I want to enter this Shabbat with complete emunah, with complete ahava. To not allow, Rabotai, any negative conversation sit on our Shabbat table. To make the Shabbat table be a Shabbat table full of Kedusha, full of holiness, of happiness, of love one for another, of love for HaKadosh Baruch Hu, not anything else. Love for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Rabotai, if we do so, Be'ezrat Hashem, the entire world can be on fire, but us, Bnei Israel, will be protected. Now, Rabotai, in 3 weeks, we're going to read all the 10 plagues. 10 plagues that were not a disease, that it was plagues that were for some of them there was blood, water turned into blood. The entire world was affected, all Egypt was affected, the only ones that were not affected was who? Were Bnei Israel. But they were not affected because they stood for who they are. And the Shabbat, Rabotai, is the core of our emunah. You know, I always say, Rabotai, people think Shabbat is just a mitzvah. Shabbat is not a mitzvah. Shabbat is everything. It's the entire Torah. Why? It's very simple. You know, the Mishnah Berurah, in the introduction to Chelek Gimel, the introduction, it says something amazing. It says, why is Shabbat the most important mitzvah? Because essentially, Shabbat, what's the core of Shabbat? The core of Shabbat is HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the world in 6 days. And on the 7th day, He rested. If you keep Shabbat, you're essentially submitting yourself to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that you believe in the entire Torah, that you believe that He created the world, you believe that everything is under His control, and you believe in everything. Rabotai, Shabbat is the core of our emunah. If we want to repair everything, Be'ezrat Hashem, Rabotai, and we want to be under the wing of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and under the protection of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, this Shabbat, Rabotai, will change it all. And to add on top of that, it's Parashat Mevarchim, where we announce the new month that's coming upon us, Be'ezrat Hashem. Nisan, the month of Geulah. Abotai, next week, Be'ezrat Hashem, we're going to try to do as many shurim as possible about how to act, when to act, what's happening in the world, why it's happening in the world, how can one protect himself, how can one exclude himself from all what's happening in the world. We're going to Be'ezrat Hashem, Abotai, to do our effort to spread as much as Torah as possible in the upcoming week. And Be'ezrat Hashem, Abotai, we will all be protected with bracha and atzlacha and only good things. Amen. You know, Abotai, there's one more thing that I want everyone to, before we tell everyone Shabbat Shalom. This Shabbat, Abotai, we gave a shiur about this on earlier in the week, I think it was Sunday, which regards to the importance of the Pitom HaKetoret. Abotai, we can give hours of shiurim, hours, just about the importance of Pitom HaKetoret. We spoke about the Pitom HaKetoret, how the Zohar Kadosh brings many stories of Rabbi Pinchas, of many Tanaim, where they announce and they declare that the Pitom HaKetoret, Abotai, is what protects a person from any sickness, from any magefa, plague, pandemic, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same thing. Pitom HaKetoret is the core protection. It's what kills Yetzer Hara. Pitom HaKetoret was the gift that the Samael, the Satan, gave Bnei Israel, because the only thing what is the recipe to his destruction. So Abotai, this Shabbat, please read twice Pitom HaKetoret. One in the morning, one at night. Spread the word to read Pitom HaKetoret. We encourage everyone to go watch the shiur. I think we even gave a longer shiur of an hour or 2 hours about Pitom HaKetoret 5 or 6 months ago. Abotai, push the word, read Pitom HaKetoret, be be'achva, be with your family, keep Shabbat, make this Shabbat special, make this Shabbat count. And if we do so, Abotai, Be'ezrat Hashem, like we say, ki hi mekor beracha. All the bracha that comes down to the week comes down on Shabbat. It's like a small Rosh Hashanah. So let's make Abotai this week, Be'ezrat Hashem, count. Let's make this week be different. So in the merit Be'ezrat Hashem of Rabbi Pinto, in the merit of Baba Saleh, in the merit of my grandfather and my grandmother, Aleh Shalom, may HaKadosh Baruch Hu Be'ezrat Hashem give everyone big bracha and atzlacha, v'siyata deshmaya gdola. May HaKadosh Baruch Hu Be'ezrat Hashem send a refuah shelema to kol cholei amo Yisrael. אין אופה עליהם, בזכות הצדיק רבי חיים פיתו יגן בעדיהם. And may HaKadosh Baruch Hu Be'ezrat Hashem bring us simcha. And in 3 weeks, we will all hear Be'ezrat Hashem a big noise of the shofar, and we will all celebrate Biat HaMashiach Tzidkenu and Binyan Bet HaMikdash Ad Soon to come, Amen. Shabbat Shalom.